Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session designed to create a real sense of motivation and desire to sell. And selling doesn't have to be like being a sales rep and making cold calls and selling things that people don't want to people like random strangers. Sales could be influencing people. Sales could be negotiating. Sales could be selling your partner or your family or your friends on an idea. But this particular client did want to harness their natural ability to sell to clients. And you're going to hear this phrase, Rainmaker. And in certain circles, particularly in high finance or top firms, the Rainmaker is the person that is the top biller, the closer, the person that generates normally a higher proportion of revenue. They are held in high regard. They are influential, charismatic. And this client wanted those kind of qualities for their own business. They weren't an employee in a firm. They were the owner and operator of their firm, and they wanted to be this kind of character, this kind of archetype, to really accelerate the growth of that particular business. There is a reference to a story that I heard. The role model that they considered to be a Rainmaker was the Jordan Belfort character in The Wolf of Wall Street. They'd had some training with Jordan Belfort. And I recalled a story from Jordan Belfort of him having an early business selling drinks on the beach, I think in New Jersey. And there's a reference to that in the beginning of this particular session. But fundamentally, it is about unlocking the charismatic, influential, motivated, relentless qualities of this Rainmaker. So if you are in sales or want to sell, or if you're entrepreneurial or in business, I think you will benefit from this. Obviously, it was created for a specific individual. So if you like the idea of something a bit more bespoke and individual for you, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. Alternatively, check out my website, which is adamcox.co.uk. For now, though, find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, feel a wonderful feeling of release. As you start to release anything that is impeding your ability to relax. Release any thoughts, any sensations, any tension, stress, or worries. Just feel them being detached and then leave your body in that outward breath. And when you breathe in deeper and for longer than you normally would. Feel your chest expand, your diaphragm expand, as that feeling of resourcefulness fills you. And again, just detach anything getting in the way, any blocks, any frustrations, any hesitations. Feel that they're leaving your body. And the deeper you breathe, the more relaxed you become. And the more relaxed you become, the more your imagination awakens. And I want you to imagine drifting back in time, seeing a beach there in New Jersey. I want you to imagine perhaps the 60s or 70s. And on a sunny day, the beach that would be empty in winter would start to fill. And I want you to see a young boy, just 12 or 13 years old, a curious boy, an ambitious boy, seeing all of these people that whenever they were thirsty would have to leave the beach and go somewhere to get a drink. And that young boy had an idea. What if he took those drinks to where the people were? So see him taking the small amount of money he had, buying perhaps a container with ice and filling it with low-cost drinks purchased from a nearby grocery store. And simply by moving the location of those drinks from the store to the beach and bringing the temperature down, he was able to charge much more than what he paid. So see that young boy make so much money for a child simply because he was willing to take a risk and saw an opportunity. And in that first summer, the boy made more money perhaps than his parents, but more importantly, learned a lesson that the opportunity was real. Not everyone on that beach was thirsty, and not everyone on that beach was willing to pay a premium for the convenience of cold drinks nearby, but enough did. So imagine visiting that same beach the next summer, and this time seeing that the boy has recruited their friends. They now have so many more of these containers filled with ice, filled with cold drinks, selling way more drinks that following summer than the summer before, because they'd learned everything they needed to on that previous year. Some people would have told that boy their prices are too high. But that doesn't matter, because enough people were willing to pay that price. I want you to get a sense that when you're doing the right thing, rejection is meaningless. Anyone that doesn't desire what you have becomes insignificant. Imagine stepping into that boy when they became older, when they learned even more skills. Imagine them in the world of finance as a rainmaker, as someone that became an alchemist, that could take their thoughts, experience, and voice and create value from nothing. Feel how it would feel to be that rainmaker. And maybe recall your very first experience in the world of influence. As you can remember a 15-year-old stopping people as they enter or leave a supermarket, having conversations with strangers. But observe as some of those conversations turned into opportunities, and some of those opportunities turned into bonuses or commissions. That like that rainmaker, you were able to create something from nothing. So take that feeling of possibility, that feeling of being able to magic wealth, income, and value. And imagine going all the way into your future and seeing a future, a charismatic, influential future where you are the rainmaker of your industry. Maybe you notice that your posture has changed. Maybe the clothes you wear are slightly different. I want you to see a future where you embrace the rainmaker identity. Selling, influence, negotiation is just fun for you. And the money is the side effect of you having tons of fun. So breathe in and breathe out and observe that compelling, wonderful future. And as you observe yourself, see yourself with incredible confidence in communication. That you feel a growing confidence in your ability to communicate clearly and persuasively. That version of you is unstoppable as you see yourself with resilience and persistence, where each challenge you face strengthens your determination and resilience, making you unstoppable. Maybe you remember that movie, The Terminator, that relentless pursuit. As you see that level of relentlessness within you, truly unstoppable, but also strategic. As you observe that future version of you has a goal-orientated mindset, where you set clear, achievable goals and are dedicated to accomplishing them with unwavering focus. See how you breathe, move, communicate. Notice your tonality: rich, persuasive, charismatic, But also notice how that version of you has high levels of product knowledge. That version of you effortlessly absorbs and recalls detailed knowledge about the products and services that you offer, almost encyclopedic. You come across credible, knowledgeable, a person of integrity that truly wants to help. This is a version of you that builds relationship, not exploits them. See yourself easily forming strong, lasting relationships with clients and colleagues based on mutual trust and high levels of respect. And that version of you doesn't reach a problem and then stop. There is a tenacity in that version of you with high-level problem-solving skills where you have a natural talent for identifying and solving problems. Not just your own problems, but also providing valuable solutions to the problems of your clients. You are a strategic thinker. And maybe there's clues as you observe that future version of you thinking strategically, always planning your actions to maximize success and opportunities. A true Rainmaker is adaptable and flexible, so notice how you adapt effortlessly to any situation, adjusting your approach to suit the needs of the moment. Some people are only motivated when they need to be. But I want you to see a version of you where your default characteristic is to be brimming with drive and motivation. That you are highly motivated and driven, and always going above and beyond to achieve and exceed whatever your goals or targets may be. Some people make influence and selling like hard work. But observe how you do it with fun, charisma, and presence. And maybe there's clues as to just how much you exude charisma and presence, making a lasting positive impression on everyone you meet. Some people think that selling is telling, but observe just how you listen attentively and understand the underlying needs and concerns of your clients. Yes, you're talking, but you're listening attentively, which means whatever words follow have more impact, influence. I want you to see yourself not as a salesperson and not as someone that can sell, but as an influential conversationalist. You're selling through conversations, and those conversations are influential and engaging, leading clients naturally towards a positive decision. You are a Rainmaker. You find joy and excitement in the sales process, making each interaction enjoyable and rewarding. And notice that when you're having fun, you sell more. You sell more often, and you sell higher value items, which creates a perpetual flywheel. The more fun you have, the more money you make. The more money you make, the more you know you're doing something valuable for you and your family, which in turn creates even more fun. And because of that, you attract financial abundance through your exceptional sales skills and strategic actions. And start to imagine what your future will be like with all of that financial abundance. What will you do for yourself, your family, and your future with all of that financial abundance? And isn't that financial abundance even more enjoyable when you had fun and enjoyment making the money? You are an innovator, and you constantly come up with innovative ideas and approaches to enhance your sales techniques and style of influence, but also innovative ideas as to product offerings, solutions, additional value for your clients. Feel that you are committed to continuous learning and growth, always seeking to improve your skills and knowledge. But notice that this version of you doesn't believe in a zero-sum game where you're taking value. You're only interested in win-win outcomes. It's only good for you if it's also good for your clients, because you have empathy and understanding, and you empathize deeply with your clients, understanding their emotions and building strong connections. Notice that this version of you that we can call the Rainmaker exudes positivity. You maintain a positive attitude which radiates confidence and attracts success in all of your endeavors. The clothes you wear, the attitude you have, the mannerisms, expressions, all create a magnificent halo effect. The more successful you are, the more you attract success, which in turn attracts even more success. And yet, this is no workaholic. See yourself with the optimal work-life balance. Observe this version of you with a almost perfect balance between your professional and personal life, ensuring that you can sustain this energy and happiness. All of this financial success isn't just for you. It's having a ripple effect, increasing your lifestyle, the quality of your life, vacations, your home, even the car you drive. Everything is improved when you connect and embrace with the inner Rainmaker that started to be formed perhaps at just 15 years old. it's been developing all this time. Knowledge, built on experience, built on drive and motivation, and even recent frustrations create a resolve in this Rainmaker to have a different future from your past. The most successful people aren't the most talented, aren't the most intelligent. They're the ones with the biggest reasons. And I wonder what your reasons are for unleashing and unlocking this powerful Rainmaker within you. You don't need many reasons. Sometimes just a single reason is enough. Maybe you can relate to the idea, to doing it for someone, maybe to show them or the world what you're truly capable of. But when you find that reason that resonates for you, let me know by nodding your head. And as you connect with that reason, imagine a large key being inserted into an old lock. Hear the sound of the key rotating in the lock, and imagine the lock opens as you feel that all of the infinite resources within you are now unlocking a powerful Rainmaker full of charisma, confidence, influence, and unstoppable motivation. And start to imagine what the next few days and weeks would be like for you. What does that Rainmaker do today or tomorrow? How do you dress differently, talk differently? What decisions do you make? What changes now that this Rainmaker has been unlocked? And when you feel that you know what this new timeline that is opening up in front of you looks like, let me know by nodding your head. And then step into that future. Feel connected to that Rainmaker. And feel that when you do the right things, success is not a possibility. It feels inevitable. It is inevitable. You already have the resources, skills, experience, and knowledge you need. All you needed was to unlock it, and it is now unlocked. And when you sleep, ideas will come to you in dreams. You will have ideas for new strategies, approaches, and don't be surprised if you find yourself having so much more fun whenever communicating or interacting with clients. The Rainmaker has been unleashed. And then imagine going back to that beach in New Jersey. This time seeing a 16-year-old, maybe it's been 3, 4, even 5 years since this child started selling drinks. Now they have an empire built on that beach. Every summer, they sell more and more drinks because they were able to build success on success on success, just as you will do in your life. Now it's time to return to the present as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully into the present moment. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling resourceful, confident, motivated, and you will awaken as a rainmaker, ready to make rain. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.